I wish I had a cooler background. This is what you're getting. Hey, lovely people. So today I've just been thinking about a lot of stuff. A lot has been going on in the world. As you know, my cat's about to come onto here in 3, 2.5. Nope. He just wants to play with us. Great. Life. It's been a lot. Something I love about this camera is this. I'm a zoomer. I like to zoom. I like to zoom things in. In all seriousness, hello guys, how are you? I don't know if that is a silly question to ask because of the world that we are living in right now, but how are you? Let me know in the comments below. That'll be the question of this video. Can you not? You wanna be on camera? Say hi. Say. And now my cat is eating and there is fireworks happening outside. Or gunshots. You never know in my neighborhood. So I tried filming this video before and it didn't really turn out that great. Mainly because I didn't really know 100% on what to say. That's one. 2, I didn't have like a layout. So I was just kind of winging it, which I do most of my videos. But this is kind of a video that I needed to write out because sometimes you feel like you're getting the message across, but in reality you're just kind of mumbling. So I feel like some videos it's important to really just write it out, whatever. Not only my whole life, but especially 2020. Yes, especially 2020. I have noticed and I have felt a lot of toxicity just in the air, and I don't like that. I try to have a positive energy around me. I try to manifest good vibes, you know. I try to manifest good auras, you know, always. And in doing so, you realize a lot of things about other people that make you kind of take a step back, like, whoa, maybe you're the reason why my aura is feeling negative lately. Maybe you're the reason why I'm feeling, you know, discouraged. Maybe you're the reason why I'm feeling down about myself. And sometimes it's hard for us to realize the toxic people in our lives. It could be someone who's been in your life for a year, someone who's been in your life for 2 months, and someone who's been in your life for 27 years. They all hurt differently, but nonetheless, they hurt. And the reason why they hurt is because you expect that the people you accept in your life to be people that, one, stay in your life all the time, which, let me tell you, not gonna happen. I have lost too many people to count in my life that I thought were gonna be in my life for fucking ever. That just, it's not gonna happen. But you know what? That's okay. These people come in our lives to teach us lessons and to help us grow. And if I wouldn't have noticed these things, I would have still been friends with these people. I would have still been associating myself and always trying to figure out what is this negative feeling that I'm feeling in my life constantly. It goes as deep as you want it to. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
But I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm going to get into ways to know you are dealing with a toxic person and or you are a toxic person. See, like I said, I had to write these out because I could have just went on a whole rant and like, who wants to do that? You know, right? Who wants to edit that? Boom, right here. But of course, before we get into this video, please don't forget to follow me on all my social medias so you can always see this face. And guess what? It'll make my fucking day and it'll also make your fucking day. And we all need that. Especially right now. It's like crucial. It's like essential. Get it? I'm gonna stop making jokes about our world right now. It's not funny. Okay, I'm just gonna go off the list. The first things on the list that I noticed is a list of toxic traits. The first one is being selfish. And then I put in parentheses, all about them all of the time. Now this is easy. We can spot this out a mile away. We know when someone is always being selfish and only wants to do things for themselves. So this one is the easy one. This one is also kind of conflicting because there's a balance to this weird life. There's a balance to accepting people's flaws. And there's also levels to it. So if you're like overly fucking selfish and like literally only think about yourself 25/8, I definitely cannot be your friend. But you know, if you just like kind of dabble in the trait, but like you're still kind of a good friend, but like we know that you're just like egotistical, weirdly enough, it's alright. I won't 100% rely on you, but like be selfish. We all need to be a little selfish. Now it depends on how. the fuck? It depends on how selfish you're trying to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you can disagree and just be like, no, if you selfish, bye. But you know, I feel like we all have selfishness in our bones. It's just a matter of balancing being selfish and being selfless. I just know some people who are more selfish than selfless. And you know, that's just the way it is. So that's like a little mini one, but that is also a game changer. If you want to sit here and be like, you're selfish, you're not gonna be in my life, that's fine. You can do that, it's your life. The next one says, do things just to get something in return. One thing that I cannot fucking stand is someone throwing something in your face that they've done for you just because the only thing you did in return was say a thank you. One of the biggest things that I feel is important when someone does something for you or you do something for someone is the appreciation factor. It's the saying thank you, I appreciate you, this was so nice of you to do. That goes a long way. Those words really go a long way. Now, if you are noticing that someone in your life is only doing things just to get something out of you, please do not accept that. Please don't accept anything that they do for you, and don't feel like you have to do something for them just because they did something for you. Being a true friend, being a true family member, that falls in line with being selfless. When I do things for my family, when I do things for my friends, I do it out of the kindness of my heart and it's genuine. It's never so I can get something out of it. It's never so I can get this praise. Yes, of course, I enjoy appreciation. I am very much an affirmative person and I appreciate when someone can tell me, hey, thank you, I really appreciated that. Of course, who doesn't like to hear the sound of please and thank you? Isn't that like manners 101? I just scratched my nose and now it's really red. We love that. We're just gonna deal with it. But to do something for someone just to get something out of it, now that's toxic. Next, always thinks they are right and shuts you down every time you have an opinion. This one's a good one. This is a goodie. I don't know how many conversations I've had in my life with people who justify their wrongs. People who justify everything that they say, and for some reason I'm always the wrong one and they're always the right one. That's it. It blows my fucking mind. I feel like we're all equally as right as we are wrong, and I feel like it's totally okay to admit you're wrong. And yes, it's scary and nerve-wracking when you're growing up learning how to admit you're wrong, because you don't ever want to be wrong. You don't ever want to rub anybody the wrong way. But honestly, it's more respectable to admit you're wrong than to sit there and be like, no, you're wrong because of this, you're wrong because of that. And then if I tell you why you're wrong, you're like, no, I'm not because of this. No, I'm not because of that. It just makes no sense. You can't sit there and tell me I'm wrong for whatever I did and want me to accept it. But then when I tell you why you're wrong, you're just like, bitch, what? I'm never wrong. Like, you're bugging. I'm just saying. So that's something that definitely ticks me off. I feel like we all know a lot of people like that. And I feel like we all can kind of be like that sometimes too. It depends on the topic, you know? So me saying this, one, if this is rubbing you the wrong way, if the shoe fucking fits, I'm saying. But me making this video and saying this is not to like insult anyone. It's not to come at people and to spill tea, because that's literally not what I'm doing. I came up with this idea due to personal experience and due to other people's life experiences and things that I've read and stories that people have told me in my life. You know, it's not just I'm making this video because I'm mad at everyone. No, I'm making this video because some people need to know who's toxic. It's like, is there a motorcycle marathon going on outside? Sons of Anarchy, are you out there? We're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna deal with it. What was I saying? Right, toxic, right. I'm just trying to educate you guys in the best way I can. Take it or leave it. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Immature when it comes to conflict, won't want to fix it, only wants to argue. Now this is something that is important. If you see yourself trying to right a wrong or discuss something that has happened between you and another person, and they come out their face instantly and get irritated and start arguing, start yelling, and don't even want to listen to what you have to say and talk over you, that's a sure sign of toxicity. Because I think one of the main things is, you know, being able to talk to people about things. And honestly, this is something I'm working on personally because I do not like confrontation and I have anxiety, like major. And so, yeah, there are a lot of times where I avoid confrontation or avoid something that I feel like will turn into confrontation. And that's something that I'm really trying to work on because I just feel like it's important to talk about it and not argue. Don't go into it as an argument. And if it turns into an argument, then it turns into an argument. But don't go into it as an argument, because then that's what it's gonna be, and that's all it's gonna be is an argument. You most likely won't resolve it. So, next. They only care about getting their point across. That goes into the conversation and all that stuff. If you're talking to somebody and they're kind of just sitting there with a blank face, not really like listening, kind of just like going through one ear and out the other, and then when it's their turn to talk, they talk and talk and talk and don't see your point whatsoever and just talk about their point and don't want to see your point at all, bitch, that's toxic. I feel like it's really important for both of you to be able to get your point across. Even if you agree to disagree, I feel like it's important to at least understand each other, at least comprehend what the other person is saying. They can be wrong till they're blue in the face, but as long as you can comprehend and understand and acknowledge them for it, that's great. If you can't and all you want to do is get your point across, that's a dub. That's a dub. Bashes you over everything. Now listen, this is something that I had to deal with when I was a teen. I feel like my relationships as a teen were very interesting to say the least. And I feel like I was always put the blame on for everything, if that makes any sense. And I was bashed for a lot of things. And not only in my romantic relationships, but you know, in friendships and in family, you know, I felt so much like people were against me. And even though that wasn't always true, some of the time it was, you know, and that is one of the main toxic things for me, is for you to sit in someone's face and bash them. I think that's so disrespectful, and that's no way to tell someone how you feel. You know what I mean? The motorcycles are back, and now they're on my block. Let's wait for them to go by. Let's see how long it takes them. Let's see if it's a motorcycle or a car. I literally like can't see it. Oh no, it's a motorcycle. We'll just deal with it. Quick side note. Look at my earrings. Are you kidding? Don't look at my redness on my face. I didn't put any makeup on today. Look at my earrings. Super cute. Okay, back to reality. Oh, goes gravity. What? Don't come for me. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Takes no responsibility for their actions. This one is one of them that takes the fucking cake, because something that pisses me off so much is when a person cannot take responsibility for their actions. We all fuck up. At the end of the day, we all ain't shit. Like truthfully. Some of us are just better than others. If you can't take responsibility for your own actions, you're a different kind of ain't shit. It's not only toxic, but it's so bad for your conscience, bro. Like wouldn't you want to just like take responsibility for your actions and just like get it over with, rather than living with it inside for the rest of your life or until it comes out by someone else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been on the side of not taking responsibility, and now I'm on the light side where all the cookies are, where I take responsibility for my actions. And it don't matter if you don't do it right then and there, it just matters that you do it.
That comes in play with justifying everything you do, even if it's wrong. I just can't comprehend it.
Rather argue than have a conversation. So I said this earlier with the immature when it comes to conflict. So that kind of goes hand in hand, or finger to finger, whatever. If someone just wants to argue and doesn't want to sit down and just have a discussion, bro, it's like literally not even worth it. Because like, who has the energy, especially in 2020 with everything that's going on, who has the energy to even argue? Like, if I do not want to put my energy into something, I am literally not going to do it. And that's something that I've been doing all 2020. If I don't want to put my energy, I'm not gonna do it. I just rather not. Why am I going to stress myself out and fucking bring negative energy into my life that is unnecessary? I'm not gonna do that. And so if I don't want to fucking deal with it, bitch, I'm not. Well, I mean, unless, you know, I have to and it's like something really, really crucial to my life, of course. I'm talking about things that have the choice to let it affect you or not. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So now that we got the traits out of the way, we got the questions. Okay, question number 1. What if you are the toxic one? First of all, if you can realize, that is a great first step. Realization is so important for growth. You will always have time to work on yourself. And guess what? You will always be allowed another chance when it comes to you and your growth. The first step is realizing that you are toxic or are becoming toxic. But if you don't realize it, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. But if you do, there's always time to change and be a better person. Like I said, we've all made mistakes. We've all hurt people. We've all said things that we don't mean, done things that we don't mean. But as long as we hold ourselves accountable for these things, and as long as we continue to grow from them and understand our flaws and where we went wrong, that's perfect. I can smell the toxicity leaving your body already. What do you do if someone close to you is toxic or becomes toxic?
Sorry to this man.
And that's all I have to say on the matter. You know what it is? My street is a one-way street, so people love to fucking race down here. Bye. Hope you find your dad.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Anyways, to be honest, this is a tricky one and one I have been dealing with in my life. So what I wrote here is, to be honest, if you feel like you can talk to them about it and you think they can change for the better, have the conversation with them. If you feel like it'll go in one ear and out the other, don't even bother and cut it off. No matter how much it'll hurt. It hurts more being around them all of the time and then not treating you the way you deserve. I always say talk it out and see what happens. It never hurts to express your emotions. But if they don't receive it, there is nothing more you can do. That's just a fact. But at least give it a try if you really respect that person. But always remember that there is a chance that they won't listen and you will lose that person in life. That's okay though, it's life. We all move on in life at the end of the day, and it's all love on this side. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. At the end of the day, it is all corazón. That means heart, right? How to recover from a toxic situation. Well, first of all, it is totally okay to be angry and sad about it. That is so valid and understandable, because who wouldn't? Unless you're a fucking sociopath. It's also okay to want to hold that feeling and then write it out. I feel like something that I've always told myself was to feel that emotion. Do not suppress it to then feel it later on in life and it fuck you up on the inside mentally. We don't want that. We don't need that. So feel it. It's totally fine. You can cry about it. You can scream about it. You can write about it. You know I'm all about crying about it. It is what it is. Let your fucking emotions out. Do anything you need to feel better, because I know that it can be hard to lose people that are really important to you and you really care about. Especially to lose them in this way. It's kind of shitty, don't you think? Especially when you had faith that they would get better and then they didn't. And they continue to be a bad person to you and not treat you right. But you need to know your worth. That's bottom line. First things first is know your worth. But I'm getting there. And I promise you, the pain will not last forever. And you will be so amazing in the long run. Trust and believe. Fucking trust and believe that, baby. I'm just like feeling myself with this pony. Like, no big deal. In the end though, please stay away from all of those individuals. It'll be so much better for you and your mental. No matter how hard it'll be, because I know that it's hard and I'm still trying to learn how to dissect how I feel about certain people in my life, and I'm still trying to learn how to move people around. I'm still trying to learn who to keep in my life. This is a learning process, guys. Just because I'm making this video doesn't mean I have all the answers, because baby, trust me, I do not. I am definitely still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to manage being a hardcore empath, because feeling everybody's emotions all the time is really fucking exhausting, especially because I feel my emotions all the time. And my emotions in itself is exhausting, super exhausting. So I know how hard it may be, because we got some charming ass toxic people in this world. Keyword, charming. And they're just out here playing us, and we cannot have that. Nobody will play you. You need to say that out loud and say it again. I will no longer let someone play me. Whether it be relationship, whether it be friendship, whether it be my own fucking blood. You do not let anybody play you, because
do you have respect for yourself? Alright then. Alright then.
I'm sorry, this video it got me a little heated, you know, like thinking of past experiences. I'm just all over the place. Bottom line, we gotta say fuck that and move on with our happy and successful lives. And one last thing, know your worth. I think that is so powerful when you can recognize your worth, because once you know that, nobody can play with your heart, nobody can mess with your soul, nobody can mess with your energy, because you know your worth and you know what you deserve. You choose who stays in your life and who makes you feel what. Be smart and always go with your gut. Always go with your gut. You don't know how many times I have gotten myself out of negative situations just by going with my gut. It's a very powerful thing, I'm telling you. And I promise you, when you clear out and when you realize who your true family and who your true friends are, you will feel completely whole and completely happy in life. And that is my message for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments, any concerns, any disagreements on anything that I said, please leave it in the comments below. I would love a discussion. If you didn't like anything that I said in this video, instead of leaving me a thumbs down, just let me know in the comments. Tell me why you didn't like it. I am here and I'm ready to learn. I'm always ready to be educated on everything and anything. So once again, this video is not to step on any toes. This video is not to make you upset. This was just a video that I've been wanting to make, and today just felt like the right day to make it. I appreciate you guys so much for listening and for always watching and supporting me. It's time to go make a list of some pros and cons of the people in your life that may be toxic. And make a list of pros and cons of yourself and figure out if you're toxic. Because sometimes you could just not realize that you're being a toxic person in your friendship or just in your life in general. So I think that's something that's important too to recognize. So let's all continue to grow. Let's all continue to flourish and learn about each other. And most importantly, love each other and love the people who really treat you right. Love your friends, love your family unconditionally, because that's all we have at the end of the day. Do you see this? Do you see this? My nose is just so itchy. It's just so itchy. Look at that. You see that? Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, subscribe, tell all your friends, do all of the things. Mwah. Bye. Please don't come at me in the comments. I'm just trying to make content for you. Okay, bye.